Righto, so I come directly out of that game to find out that my test period for the vehicle has been extended by 140 days. What? I think someone's put an extra 0 on the end there. I now have this vehicle for 140 days. Wow, fantastic. Good job, Garden. And I've also got the Merkava for 140 days. There you go. G'day, I'm Ash. Welcome yourselves back to War Thunder. This is the BI. No, don't question your sexuality this soon. This is the Bereznyak-Isayev B1, or BI-1, sorry. They made 9 of these bloody bastards, and if you're thinking what I'm thinking, well, yep, it's quite a strange aircraft. And yes, do not adjust your headsets. I have a 140-day test drive for basically all the other vehicles. Regardless, early rocket-powered aircraft design began in 1932, and obviously we have the ME-163 in game. This thing pales in comparison to the ME-163. I think the ME-163 is slightly more usable, but this is highly more meme-worthy. Rank 5, battle rating 6.7, 2 12mm Chevat cannons with 90 rounds, a crew of 1, max speed of 787, although if you cut off the throttle and you just don't do anything, then she tends to be okay, and we'll explore that in the first match. Let's go over the armor modifications quickly. There is a 5.5mm plate in the front, and a 64mm bulletproof glass, as well as a 5.5. The X-ray is basically just fuel. Self-sealing fuel tanks, double-layered wing spar, and obviously this Isayev D1A rocket. Anyway, we're going to jump straight into the gameplay, because there's no way I can utterly explain this particular vehicle to you. Basically, it's a short Soviet-range rocket-powered interceptor that developed during the Second World War. Now, they made 9 of these things. The first flight was May 15th, 1942, and it was retired in 9th of March, 1945. But again, it's such a strange vehicle. Anyway, flown around for a little bit, and we're coming down onto this A21R. Unfortunately, killing the throttle doesn't necessarily reduce the speed, and I decide, well, he's going to turn on the inside and be on my 6, so why not we turn this thing into an absolute rocket ship, as it is intended, fly directly away, and gain some altitude at about 70% throttle. As you can see, top speed, about 870 kilometers an hour. But that's okay, because you can push your aircraft up like this, and in hindsight, I should probably gone a little more altitude, but it is what it is. I want to show you this clip for a few reasons, because not only is it the first game, but just look at that climb rate. I don't think anything else at 6.7 can do this kind of thing. It's even a rank 5. And here we are. Look, he has no chance. He just stands no chance. This is probably when I realised that, yeah, this thing does pretty well at turning at low speeds. Watch this. Instantly, the aircraft handles a lot better. My goodness me, it actually feels like a 163. It's a usable vehicle. As you can see, I'm like, huh, okay. It's a bit more maneuverability than expected. So I just wanted to showcase that one. Unfortunately, this match doesn't go to a plan, and I won't show you too much more. Overall, the vehicle is rather unique. It's an interceptor. It's meant to attack German bombers. I would say, though, it is a team support vehicle. Even then, it's rather limited in that role. You can engage 1 or maybe 2 targets before having to make an emergency return to base. Obviously, fuel is quite limited in this vehicle, being just under 2 minutes, which means you burn through a good 30 seconds just taking off and getting to an altitude where you can essentially glide back to base. The gliding characteristics of this aircraft is immense. It just goes and goes and goes. So coming into land, this particular vehicle is actually quite troublesome, especially if you need to land in a hurry to get back up to support your team. As you can see here, I've found a 262, and it is the A model, so I believe that's the one with the 50mm cannon out the front. So this dogfight should be particularly interesting. Not only is he a better aircraft, has more fuel, should have more energy, and he should be outspeeding me. But as you can see here, I'm just sitting at the reduced speed, about 33% throttle, just coasting in. I'm still able to gain, so I just boost the throttle just a little bit and he starts turning. Kill the throttle, we're going to try and pull the aircraft up here. And again, just look at that lack of elevator control. He's got all the advantages here, should be able to absolutely nail me. I'm making too many mistakes here, but hey, that's what you get. Fire first couple of rounds off in his direction, hopefully to get a hit, get absolutely nothing. But again, this is the type of aircraft that really challenges your perspective on how to play. I like that kind of thing. It breaks the meta, breaks the mold, forces you to play in a different play style. Is it a mean vehicle? 100% yes. Are there probably other creators and people that are going to do better than me? 100% yes. But 262 stands no chance. We've ripped off a bit of him. We nearly actually collided with that one, and it just shows right here. I love this moment right here. This brings me back to the days when dogfighting was actually prevalent in War Thunder. You don't do it so much at top tier jets. Even in lower tier aircraft now, I'm seeing it less and less unless you're in a biplane. But I miss the turn fighting engagements like this, and I guess that's all that matters here. Quick kick of the rocket to get her moving again, check 6. I'm going to try and secure this kill on the 262. There's no way I'm letting this guy down because A, I've only got 39 seconds worth of fuel, and while I still have the energy, I still have plenty of altitude and plenty of room to maneuver, so this is going to be particularly interesting. And again, I love engagements like this. Will I say it's worth your time? I don't know. We'll get to that in a minute. But this 262, I must have hit something there because he's must have either locked up, not realised where he's going, and I got the kill. Now, it's important that you also check your surroundings. There's an N1K coming directly for me, but I am bingo on fuel. 30 seconds is enough to get me up into the stratosphere and back to base. Granted, I don't know how far base is because this map is slightly larger than normal. But regardless, we're straight into the climb with 30 seconds left. Hopefully we can get back to base in time. Now, let's talk about what happens with this particular aircraft. When you're coming into land, this just will not slow down. You kill the throttle. I've come in from about 1,000 meters, and this thing just accelerated to its maximum speed. There's a J7W above the airfield, but I'm not too concerned because the anti-air will probably take him out eventually. But again, is this worth your time? No. The event's ridiculous. It's pointless. But if you are a genuine collector of vehicles, I highly suggest you pick this one up. Again, it's fun, it's meme-worthy, it's something different. I quite like that. But I contest and absolutely despise the way that Guardian does these build-a-thon events. And I know that a lot of other content creators that I have talked to, and even community members, have said similar things in past events, and we just don't like them. So, why not change that, and instead of having this beautiful vehicle locked behind that kind of, I guess, event. I get it's a rare, unique vehicle, but maybe just go back to the regular grindathons where we can actually like get 60 kills for this and bomb 10 bases and do that kind of thing. At least there we'll be okay, at least there we'll know what to do. Here it's just RNG, and you just get a bunch of parts every 10 minutes and you complete it, but you have to use the marketplace because you can't get all 400 parts. You can only get an X amount of stuff. Fucking ridiculous. Let's not mention that the Mochaverse is copy-paste, and the Maximum Gorky, well, ships, and nobody plays ships anyway. J7W above the airfield, not necessarily a worry of mine right now. He'll get killed in a minute, but that's basically it. I don't really have anything else to tell you. Is it worth your time? Probably, but again, stupid event. Ridiculous event. Doesn't benefit the players at all, doesn't benefit Guardian at all. Oh well, catch you next time.